Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, the question that I will answer is, what does separate the wheat from the chaff mean in the Bible? Literally, there is a particular species of grass that farmers often grow because its seeds or grains can be used to make flour, which can then be used to make bread, pasta, and other foods. The outer part of the grass is just plant material, which our stomachs cannot digest. Therefore, we cannot eat it. When farmers harvest, they take the grains and remove the chaff. The grains are what they want. The chaff is what they do not want. So to separate the wheat from the chaff is to take what you want from a thing and throw the unwanted parts away. The Bible used this analogy to depict how God would collect or harvest the righteous from among the peoples of the world and cast the wicked away. The psalmist used the chaff to represent the wicked, who God would drive away or remove during harvest. Let them be as chaff before the wind, and let the angel of the Lord chase them. Psalm 35 verse 5. Chaff is a very light, paper-like material that can easily blow with the wind. So the psalmist is using this, poetically or metaphorically, to represent how the wicked will easily be destroyed and removed from the earth by God. Now, how does God harvest his own? He does so by opening their heart so that when he sends the gospel message to them, they can receive it. This is what he did to harvest Lydia. And a certain woman named Lydia, a seller of purple, of the city of Thyatira, which worshipped God, heard us, whose heart the Lord opened, that she attended unto the things which were spoken of Paul. Acts chapter 16, verse 14. It is the angels who actually do this harvesting. Revelation chapter 14 verses 6 to 7 shows clearly that God delegated this task of harvesting or reaping to the angels. And I saw another angel fly in the midst of heaven, having the everlasting gospel to preach unto them that dwell on the earth, and to every nation, and kindred, and tongue, and people, saying with a loud voice, Fear God, and give glory to him, for the hour of his judgment is come. And worship him that made heaven, and earth, and the sea, and the fountains of waters. The angels preach by opening people's hearts so that they will receive the words of God's human messengers. Those who refuse to accept the gospel message are those whose hearts God has not opened. They are the chaff who God intends on casting away. When God called David to succeed the wicked King Saul, Saul refused to acknowledge God's command and was chasing David up and down. But it didn't matter. As King Saul refused more, his kingdom grew weaker and weaker, according to 2 Samuel chapter 3 verse 1, while David's own grew stronger and stronger until it took over everything. That is how God harvested David's kingdom and threw Satan's kingdom away. Finally, Jesus prophesied that a time would come in human history when God would harvest the entirety of mankind so as to collect those who serve him truthfully. Jesus called the time of harvest the end of the world in Matthew chapter 13 verse 39, saying, The enemy that sowed them is the devil. The harvest is the end of the world, and the reapers are the angels. The gospel of the kingdom would be preached to all nations, according to Matthew chapter 24, verse 14, announcing the arrival of Jesus the King. Those who would accept this gospel would be harvested into the kingdom. Those who would refuse would be burned as chaff. As Jesus put it, the Son of Man shall send forth his angels, and they shall gather out of his kingdom all things that offend, and them which do iniquity, and shall cast them into a furnace of fire. There shall be wailing and gnashing of teeth. Matthew chapter 13 verses 41 to 42. This period is no more in the future. We entered the age of harvest with the outbreak of World Wars I and II that fulfilled Christ's prophecy that his arrival to take power would be signaled by nation rising against nation and kingdom against kingdom, according to Matthew chapter 24 verses 7 to 8. Since then, the true gospel has been spread around the world by word of mouth, literature, social media platforms, and other mediums. Those who believe that gospel are the wheat who are kept in God's book of life to inherit the world to come, according to Matthew chapter 5, verse 5. Those who refuse have no place in that future world. They will die and be forgotten as meaningless chaff blown away by the wind. May God help us all to be among the wheat who God keeps, and not among the chaff who are cast away. So I think that's where I'm going to stop on answering that question. What does separate the wheat from the chaff mean in the Bible? If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and click the notification bell to know when we come back with future videos just like this. Have a great day, and I will see you in the next one.